There are many stories about exorcism and demonic possession, but one of the most famous and controversial is the story of Anneliese Michel. Anneliese was born in 1952 in Liebelfehn, a small town in Bavaria, Germany. She grew up in a deeply religious family and regularly attended church. At the age of 16, Anneliese began suffering from seizures and hearing voices that disturbed her. She was diagnosed with epilepsy and started taking medication to control her seizures. But the symptoms persisted. Over time, Anneliese began to believe that she was possessed by demons and needed spiritual help to rid herself of the evil. She and her family sought help from the Catholic Church and found a priest who believed in demonic possession. The priest, along with another priest, began performing exorcisms on Anneliese. During the process, Anneliese underwent numerous sessions of prayer, fasting, and religious rituals. However, Anneliese's condition worsened progressively and she became increasingly weak and emaciated. She was hospitalized in a psychiatric hospital, but her family took her out, believing that she was not receiving proper treatment. The exorcism process continued for more than a year, with Anneliese becoming increasingly debilitated. She stopped eating and drinking and suffered several fractures in her body due to the intensity of the exorcism sessions. Unfortunately, Anneliese died on July 1, 1976, at the age of 23, due to severe dehydration and malnutrition. Anneliese's death shocked Germany and raised many questions about the safety and ethics of exorcism. The case of Anneliese Michel continues to be debated to this day, with some people believing that she was truly possessed by demons, while others believe that her symptoms were the result of underlying mental and physical disorders. Regardless, the story of Anneliese Michel is one of the most shocking and tragic, involving exorcism and demonic possession. It is important to remember that the process of exorcism can be extremely dangerous and should be carried out with extreme caution. There are many reports of people who have been seriously injured or even killed during exorcisms, and it is important to remember that the safety and well-being of the person undergoing the process should always be the top priority. Ultimately, it is important to approach these issues with respect and sensitivity and to seek to understand the various perspectives that exist on the subject. The story of Anneliese Michel is a powerful example of the risks and challenges involved in the exorcism process and should be treated with the respect and care it deserves. Since Anneliese's death, there have been many debates and discussions about the validity of exorcism and whether it should be practiced or not. Some argue that exorcism can help those who are suffering from possible demonic influences, while others argue that exorcism is a dangerous act and that many of the symptoms associated with possible demonic possession are actually symptoms of underlying medical and psychological problems. Regardless of the perspective, the story of Anneliese Michel serves as a powerful example of the dangers of exorcism and the complexities involved in trying to treat spiritual evil. The story also raises important questions about the relationship between religion and mental health and how religious beliefs can affect the way individuals treat their physical and mental health. Many movies, books, and TV shows have been inspired by the story of Anneliese Michel, and her story continues to be told around the world. However, it is important to remember that despite the popularity and fascination surrounding the story, Anneliese was a real person who suffered greatly during the exorcism process. It is crucial that we treat her story with respect and empathy and remember that the lives of the people involved in stories like this are much more than